The second wave of the pandemic is hitting the small island nation considerably harder than the first wave. Early on the summer, in the summer, for example, the rate of new infections dropped to practically zero. Between May and July, no new deaths were recorded. In August, the island registered 3 deaths linked to COVID-19. But so far this month, 20 people have died with the virus. Martin Beltsan is president of the country's medical association, and he thinks mixed messages from the authorities are part of the reason behind this sudden spike.
I think it is a mixture of people getting fed up, staying at home and with the restrictions, and mixed messages from some of the authorities which encouraged people to socialize more. However, remember that our economy is grossly dependent on tourism and entertainment, and there is a large economic sector in bars and restaurants. So the spread probably has occurred mainly in social events and on the place of work, but mainly because people had relaxed.
And to what extent do you think that opening up of borders, actually encouraging other people from Europe particularly to come on holiday to Malta, has now had an impact on the situation you're in now?
Our position was that we should have had 100% screening, because if you compare with New Zealand, we are an island. It's very difficult to get into the island except by ship or by air. So we don't have a land border. So we had suggested to the government to have 100% screening. However, the decision was taken to encourage as many tourists as possible with as little restrictions as possible. And that reintroduced the virus, and eventually it started to spread.
Just tell me about the morale of the medical teams, the people that you represent. How are your healthcare facilities and the people working in them?
So we have one large university hospital which has 1,200 beds. The government has purchased 100 ventilators extra, but unfortunately with our staff we can actually man 25. As I speak, we had 18 patients in intensive care, so the government is going to shut down some non-emergency services to be able to shift more staff towards intensive care and towards hospital admissions. So we are warning the government that even though our curve seems to be flattening now, that we might soon be approaching a critical point where we would not have enough ITU beds.